I'm Mike Kensler with the Office of Sustainability, and welcome to this edition of Books and Ball Caps. The theme of this month's Sustainability Digest is that the oceans face catastrophic threats from humans. And with that in mind, I thought the book I would recommend would be this one, The Sea Around Us by Rachel Carson. And there are three things I want to mention about this book. One, it was written by Rachel Carson. If not the greatest nature writer of all time, certainly one of the greatest who ever lived. Two, for anyone who reads this book, they will find they have developed a real appreciation for the ocean itself, how it functions, and what it does to generate and protect life on Earth. The third thing I'll mention is that even when this book was written in 1950, Rachel Carson recognized the threats oceans faced and that we had to do something about it. The book I'm holding up is the 1961 edition, and she wrote the preface to this book in October of 1960, and this is what she said. It's a curious situation that the sea, from which life first arose, should now be threatened by the activities of one form of that life, meaning humans. But the sea, though changed in a sinister way, will continue to exist. The threat is rather to life itself. We got this warning 60 years ago, and we still haven't heeded it. In fact, the February 4th issue of Time magazine starts this way. It ought to be hard for a species that occupies roughly 10% of the Earth's land to mess up 70% of the planet's entire surface. Yet humans are well on the way to wrecking the oceans. So there we are. We didn't heed the warning 60 years ago, and it is well past time to heed it now. And that's the whole point of the sustainability movement, is to recognize the threats that we face and to transform them into opportunities so that we can create a future we all want to live in. That's the whole point. The ball cap I want to mention today is from the Pensacola Blue Wahoos in Pensacola, Florida. It's particularly appropriate because that ballpark is in downtown Pensacola, and it sits on a man-made peninsula that juts out into the Gulf of Mexico. You can sit in the stands, look out past the outfield wall, and see the beautiful Gulf itself, which of course is part of the global ocean system. In addition to that, the Blue Wahoos are a very socially responsible franchise. They work with community groups to benefit the whole community of Pensacola. And the last thing I'll mention is that they serve more than hot dogs and ice cream and cotton candy. They have an excellent menu that includes fresh seafood. So that's it for this month. I urge you to read The Sea Around Us, and if you happen to find yourself at the beach, you'd have a great time sitting at the Blue Wahoos ballpark, watching them with that gentle Gulf breeze wafting over you. So maybe I'll see you at the ballpark.